Hey everybody, it's time for chapter 14 of Alienated. I'm so glad you're sticking with it. Hope you're having fun and enjoying the story so far. But as always, before we start, I want to do a quick shout out. This is actually to two people. This is at the request of Georgia for her very best friend, Naomi. And I thought I would give a shout out to both of you guys. I know you guys are best friends. I know you had some travel plans planned, things that have collapsed and have been interrupted by what we're going through. But I also know that you're taking good care of one another, and that's what it's all about. We've got to take care of our families, take care of our friends, and just look out for one another in these crazy times. So Georgia and Naomi, today's shout out is for you. I'm glad you're sticking with the story. Let's crack on, shall we? This is chapter 14, Close Encounters of the Magma Kind. The Costa Rican night sky was deep black, ash blotting out the stars. The only light came from the jagged orange glowing rivers, like liquid lightning, flowing down the dark slope of the volcano. The five of us crouched in the darkness, the eggcraft safely invisible farther up the ridge, and an earthy-smelling clearing in the middle of the cloud forest. Maybe it was the fresh air, but for the first time, Ned suddenly seemed nice. Wouldn't it be, he started. Can we just get a little bit closer? I think that would be wonderful. Nope, Sonia said. There are tourists down there. Buses, campsites, all packed with potential heart attacks at the sight of an android, or a venti tent, or an Aristox, or a Ned. Or a Sherman, said Octo, slapping me on the back. He's no oil painting either. Well, Ned mused, in that case what I might just do is, I think I'll... And with a sprint, he was gone. The trees and bushes shook as Ned zipped through the jungle, heading for the volcano. Oh, great, Sonia said. We're gonna get busted. He looks human-ish, I said. It's just a shame he'll be back in time for his ride home. Now that Ned had left us in peace, we took in the majestic sight of the Earth's core slowly rippling down the volcano. I hate to spoil the mood, people, Octo said after a few minutes, but Houston, are you taking any pics? I'm recording it all, he said, sounding downhearted. The robot's mood seemed to have switched from negative to nostalgic. It's a pretty cool planet you've got here, Sherman, Octo said. It's home, I said, thinking about all of Earth's wonders as viewed by alien visitors. Octo was right, and there was so much of my planet I'd yet to see. With my head almost permanently in the stars, had I been missing out on the wonders on the ground? I guess we just take it for granted. At least you have a planet to call home, Houston said solemnly. What do you mean? Asked Sonia. My planet is gone, he admitted. That's why I'm here, on Earth. I've got nowhere else to go. But before I could ask what had happened, a loud shriek pierced the night. It was Ned, shouting at the top of his lungs. We'd better get him before he gets us into trouble, said Sonia. We piled back into the eggcraft, and Sonia quickly guided the ship further up the vast volcano. He's up ahead, said Houston, tracking him on his built-in sonar system. Sonia hovered the eggcraft just inches above the scorching river, where Ned, singing and shouting like a madman, was playing with, bathing in, and then slurping up hot lava. I couldn't believe he wasn't burning, but Ned was definitely fired up about something. He scooped up the liquid magma like he was wading in rivers of chocolate. In between gulps, Ned blurted out, hints of cherry, an afternote of clove. What a sensation! What's he doing? He's acting like my uncle and my Uncle Charlie on New Year's Eve, I said. I think he's drunk. Octo, can you grab him? Sonia asked. Octo opened the back hatch, dangled out his tentacles, and wrapped them around a flailing Ned. Zzz! Octo's skin sizzled where lava splashed him. Ouch! Fried calamari was not supposed to be on the menu tonight, he cried. Do you have him? Asked Sonia. Octo's burning tentacles pulled Ned inside. He was tipsy and delirious, and I grabbed onto him. As much as I didn't like Ned, I still didn't want him to fall out of the eggcraft. Fortunately, he was cool to the touch. I've got him, I shouted, noticing that unlike the charred Octo, Ned had no burn marks on him at all from the boiling lava. Strange. The rear hatch finally sealed shut. I shoved Ned onto the velvet bench and buckled him in. He keeled over and then began blabbering into his neon phone. That's what I'm telling you, Dad, he said. Yes, the whole planet core. Yes, of course I've tried some. It was exquisite. Feeling a bit woozy, though. Oh, you really ought to try. Ouchie, ouchie, ouch, cried Octo. One of his tentacles was on fire. I instinctively grabbed 2 of the flower vases from the tables and doused his flaming appendage with water. Ah! Octo cried. Choo! The gigantic sneeze blew me into the cockpit between Sonia and Houston. I stayed put, safe for the moment, and tried to shake off 3 beaks worth of sticky sniz I'd been covered in, flicking boogers off my arms and legs. Sherman, no! Called Sonia. I thought I'd accidentally tossed a booger her way, but when I climbed down from the dashboard to crouch between the 2 pilot seats, I realized I'd done something much, much worse. You deactivated the donuts, cried Sonia. We're not invisible. Need the cream, need the cream, groaned Octo from the back. I remember the first time I'd met Octo in the nurse's office. Nurse Anderson had something about special cream. It's in my truck. Ah, hurts so much. I stared at Sonia and Houston, feeling panic rise in my chest. With Octo flambéed and Ned drunk as a skunk, we had to get home fast. But with the cloaking mechanism disabled, we were, as they say in the sporting world, sitting on ducks. So that's chapter 14. Tune back in tomorrow for chapter 15. We'll keep going with the story. Stay safe, stay indoors. Hope everybody's doing okay. Thank you.